For those of you who are new to us, we serve 10,000 children and adults living in 27 different communities in the Central Highlands of Guatemala. Our mission is to partner with those who want to improve their own lives through our programs in education, healthcare, housing, and family development. The heart of our work is absolutely education. It centers on a relationship with a sponsored student, and it involves their whole family. When that family commits to education, we promise to be there as long as their children continue to study in school. That sounds really simple, but it is a significant commitment for the families that we serve. Because unlike here, public school is not free. There are monthly and annual registration fees, uniforms, school books, transportation, and many other expenses. And tuition can often be 6 months of a family's income for one of their children to attend high school. So very quickly, school becomes a luxury. Imagine how it must feel to be faced with the difficult decision of whether or not your kids can attend school, or what I think is even the more impossible decision, choosing which can attend school and which must go to work to help provide for the family. So when we partner with a family, we find sponsors for half of the students in the family. However, the whole family benefits from our programs. So if the family has 4 children, we will try to find sponsors for 2 children, and then we connect that sponsor or 2 sponsors to the family. We write letters back and forth. So every year we translate about 12,000 letters from English to Spanish or Spanish to English that go back and forth to sponsors. And we encourage our sponsors to come visit in Guatemala to meet the family. The kids vary in age when they start in the program, because a family that comes to us may have a preschooler and a grade school student and a high school student or junior high school student. So we try to bring families on board as early as possible, but the kids sometimes do start at different ages. I think there was a third question.
When do they exit the program?
Oh, and when do they exit the program? They exit the program when they graduate from high school. So if there are still children in the family that are attending school, the family doesn't exit the program, but the graduate would. And typically what we see is that when a graduate gets their first job, it's a very familial society and a very community-based society, so they stay close to home. And they tend to live close to their family, and they tend to help support their family. So when a student graduates from high school, the poverty line in Guatemala is $400 a month on average. Most of our families earn $200 to $250 a month. But once a student graduates from high school, they start contributing another $200, and that lifts that family above the poverty line. And then when the next student graduates, even more so. So this is really truly how our families are lifting themselves out of poverty.
So they go directly into the workforce from high school generally?
They do. So in Guatemala, in high school, you choose a career. So the big leap in Guatemala for education and earning potential still is high school. It's not college yet, because only about 3% of the population has a college degree in Guatemala. So they typically go directly to the workforce. We do have some kids that begin to attend university, but they typically wait for 2 or 3 years before they do, because kids are considered adults when they graduate from high school, and so now they're really more independent. So if they choose to go to university, they would probably work full-time and go to university on the weekends or the evenings. And that's the most common. So they choose their career in high school, and then they start working in that career when they graduate, and then some will in the future go on to university.
Tell us about the health care that happens on site, and talk a little bit about Guatemala's on-site presence on site in Guatemala or in Antigua.
Yeah, about the clinic and the health
clinic.
program.
What else is involved in that compound there?
Yep.
Daycare.
So I mentioned earlier that we operate our own clinic in Antigua, and that serves about 900 families out of that clinic. And we provide basic curative and preventative health care out of our program. There are many times when family members need something more. They might need surgery, they might need chemo or radiation, they might need a specialist for one reason or another. And in that case, then we refer them and help provide transportation and help cover the costs for anything that they need that we don't provide ourselves. That's not the only thing that we do at the Antigua site. We have an entire education program there. We have computer labs for the kids to be able to come and do their homework, to be able to research. We have a library. We have a early childhood stimulation program where we're helping moms and their little kids prepare to go to school.
Construction.
And we have a construction department where our construction team actually builds the prefab pieces for the homes that we go out and build on the family site.
Pickleball court.
Right now, we need to make a turn, a momentous once in human history turn. We need to shift back to the spiritual nature of who we really are. Join us June 21st for Purpose Earth, a global virtual event creatively weaving our interconnected stories and catalyzing real-world impact through music, conversation, movement, and inspiration. Donations from this fundraising event will go toward our Purpose Earth Fund, supporting innovative grassroots organizations finding creative solutions to our social and ecological challenges. Now is the time we all need to come together as one humanity with one cause of creating this new purpose on the planet.
Good evening. Welcome to Purpose Earth's celebration of change makers.